Hello there, this is RomWills coming back at you with yet another video. The select men see different sides of women. The select men. Now, anybody who's followed me a long time or anybody who's picked up my book, Nice Guys and Players, know I talk about select and non-select. Indeed, I'm credited with introducing that. Now, the select men, those are the men that women want to have sex with. The select and non-select paradigm is a sexual hierarchy. Women want to have sex with the men who they consider select. And it's a combination of factors that get men there. Looks can get them there, also sex appeal, mainly sex appeal, because some guys can look good and still not be considered select. And then guys who have money to present women with a certain lifestyle, they can be considered select. Or if they can be considered select if socially women will deal with them. Even though there was someone in one of my private groups that said they really ain't select either. But that's something I'm still looking at. But they're closer than most other men. And then the non-select men, they ain't getting none. Let's just put it like that. They're the nice guys or the guys who I label as gamesmen, who have to do whatever they can to get what they can, but they still not select to the women. Now, one of the things that's very important to understand is the select men are going to see a different side of women. They're going to see a different side. And I can, believe it or not, I can actually tell who's select and non-select by some of my videos and the comments on some of the videos. For example, when I discussed women wanting sex, I did a video on that. And I'll put a link for that in the description box. I did a video ultimately about women wanting sex. There were some guys who were commenting, they would say, oh, the women had problems, they this or that. I said, okay, they non-select. They not seeing that side. And I'm gonna tell you what, it's very important to understand that, because one of the things is women will treat a non-select man differently from a select man. When they're around a non-select man, they're gonna walk differently. They're gonna be more defensive. They're gonna put him through it. They might say, hey, you gotta wait 90 days before we have sex. They might make that man take them out and spend all this money on them, or move their furniture, but still won't give them none of the 90. Meanwhile, the select man, he gets that right away. He's seeing her true face right away. He might dip into the sexual shadow world. He's seeing who that woman really is sexually. See, he's going to see a different side. I remember I was talking with this gentleman one time, and he was talking about all this money he had spent on this woman, and it was a lot of money. He had a lot of money he was spending and not getting any. I was looking at him like, I don't have a concept of it. One, at the time, I didn't have money like that. I didn't have money like that. And indeed, I'll get into that money thing in a second. But I didn't have money like that. But then I realized, oh, okay, he's not select to the women. Now, even that money thing. Now, there's been many times that I've talked about men getting women without spending money. A select man, he don't have to spend money. Indeed, the woman might spend money on him. Shoot, he don't have to take her out. She might just come over. Even if he can live in the hood, sleeping on an air mattress, she'll come see him. Meanwhile, that non-select guy, shoot, he better be perfect. He better be perfect. He better have that nice car, nice suit, and take her to like a fancy restaurant just so he can get a church hug at the end. That's how deep it is. Indeed, he's going to spend money. And that's even if she give him the time of day. She might not give him the time of day. Let's just be real. Most non-select men don't even get the time of day. They'll see the bad side of a woman. Indeed, see, that's one thing. You get a bunch of guys who will complain about women. They'll complain about women and say, well, they this or that. They non-select. Because that same woman who will treat a non-select man like crap, oh, she's going to be real nice to that select man. That same woman who won't cook a thing, she won't cook a thing for that non-select man and make him spend money. Shoot, she'll at least fake like she cooking for the select man. Shoot, she'll order some food or something. I remember one time, this woman wanted to come see me. And I was just throwing out some stuff. I was like, I don't have any food. I'll bring some food. I was like, well, yeah, you sure? She was like, yeah, I'll bring a sandwich. We can split it. But you seeing a different side. Indeed, you'll see the sexual side of a woman more so than anything else. A select man, he's going to see that because remember, what did I say? That select, non-select thing is a sexual hierarchy. He's going to see that woman's true face. And I don't care what level she's at, what class level she is. She could be a church lady. She could be a church lady. And a guy's not going to see that. But a non-select guy ain't going to see it. A select man, he's going to see it. I remember this one woman. And I mentioned her a couple times. I just saw her at this event, and I briefly said to her, I said, hey, you better watch out, you open to cheat. And she spent an hour telling me why she would cheat, yet you wouldn't be able to tell anything. I was seeing a different side of her. And even a lot of times, like when I'm talking about money, let's get into that. They'll get the 90 for free. They don't have a concept of spending money. Meanwhile, the non-select man, shoot, he might be emptying out his bank account and still get a side hook. If you talk to a select man, he's running through some women. He is running through some women. Meanwhile, the non-select man is like, why these women out here so mean? The select man, he's just going to see a different side of it. See, a woman, when women wear two masks. Well, we all wear masks out here. We all wear different faces. The select man is going to see her sexual face. And that's going to be smiling. That's going to be receptive. The non-select man, he's going to see her public face, her social face, that mean mug. That's what he's going to see. And that's one of the biggest things. That's why even when I see comments, I can tell, okay, select, non-select. I can just tell by the comments. I don't even, and if I meet the person, someone in person, and they're talking, I'll just listen to them talking. I say, oh, okay, they're select. We can go deeper. They non-select. I'll keep quiet about some things. I'll keep quiet. Indeed, let's just be real. In these YouTube spaces, there's a lot of non-select guys, even some content creators. And they don't look, and let me say something about that. Women decide who select and non-select. Because I had a guy try to hit me up, try to say, oh, you ain't select. I was like, oh, well, I must not be tingling your vajayjay. You can't tell. Like, I can't look at a guy and tell they select or non-select. Now, I can listen to them talk. That's the only way I know. That's the only way I know, because this is two different things. A woman, she will treat a non-select man poorly, but a select man in a great manner. And I could even really get even deeper. I can even get even deeper. But that's just a reality out here. That's a reality out here. So anyway, on my next sit-down video, I'll get some other stuff that problems that select men will have with women, all right? And I know some guys will probably say, yeah, those are good problems. Yeah, they could be. But anyway, I'll get back with y'all. Peace and blessings.